Hello, good morning all of you. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. This is Poonam Avasthi, your SST teacher. So students, till now we have understood all about the uprising, the Great Revolt 1857. Today we are going to understand what were the reasons for its failure and nature of uprising. Okay, so these two things we are going to understand today. At the end of the video you will be getting a home task. Do that positively in the notebook, and in case of any doubt you know what to do. You can write to me in the comment section. Otherwise we can discuss all of your doubts in the upcoming online class. Okay, so let's begin today's topic, reasons of failure and nature of uprising. So let's begin. Welcome all of you in part 4 of this chapter, The Great Uprising. Please refer page 43 and 44 for this topic. Till now we have seen all about the spread of the Great Revolt. Today we are going to understand why did the Great Uprising fail and the nature of the uprising. The revolt of 1857 was the big challenge to the British rule. It failed due to various reasons. Let us now examine all reasons one by one for the failure of the revolt. Very first reason was that the Great Revolt of 1857 was localized in certain parts of the country. Many parts of India remained untouched by it, especially South India. The revolt did not get support from all sections of the society. Some of the princes remained loyal to the British and helped the British to suppress the revolt. Many Indian rulers refused to help the rebels. And students, the intellectual class also did not participate in the revolt. The revolt was unorganized and had not seen as an alternate of the British rule in terms of administration. Now, very important, the mutiny did not have a strong leadership to fall back upon. The individual like Rani Lakshmi Bai, Nana Sahib, etc. managed to prolong the contest. And students, how can we forget? The revolters did not have modern weapons unlike the British, and that was again a handicap for them. So students, we have seen that this revolt was localized and unorganized. The leadership of the movement was weak. There was no national leader to coordinate the movement and give it proper direction. And the rebels were short of weapons and finances. So these all were the main reasons for the failure of the revolt. I hope students it is very clear to you. Now students, understand nature of the uprising. Historians presented the nature of the revolt of 1857 with different perspectives. British historians refer to it as Sepoy Mutiny because the revolt began as mutiny by the sepoys, but it soon supported by common people as well as peasants and artisans. They made it widespread and popular. Students, some historians have called it as religious war against Christians, while others described it as struggle against racial superiority. And students, many Indian historians, they have termed it as First War of Independence. Now students, will you term the event of 1857 as just mutiny by the sepoys or as a war fought by the people of India against all unjust rule by the company? Think about it. Yes, you all are correct. The Great Revolt of 1857 was not just a mutiny, it was a war against exploitative rules of the British company. We have studied all the reasons for it, yes or no? Even though the revolt of 1857 failed to overthrow the British rule, but it helped in developing a nationalistic spirit and generated unity among the people of the country. which inspired the common people to fight for freedom. With this, we are done with the reasons for failure and nature of the uprising. Now please have a look to the home task. Do it positively, and in case of any further doubt, feel free to write in the comment section or pen down all your doubts and you may ask in the upcoming online class. This is it for today. Don't forget to like and share the video. Thank you so much for watching. Keep learning.